Hi, it's Julie from runningmy.com. So I haven't done a video in so long, and it's probably because I don't really like doing them. But I know the message can gets across better if I do them, and so I'm doing one today. Anyway, today I wanted to talk to you specifically about speeding up after finishing 6 weeks of the Run Walk program. Um, the main the main reason I wanted to talk about this is because almost every time after someone's finished their 6 weeks and they've run for 30 minutes straight without stopping, then they think about, okay, maybe I want to go on a 5K, or think about, I want to be faster. Just challenge yourself. So I'm going to give you about 3 steps on how to get on to running faster. First of all, it's good to know how fast you run a kilometer or how fast you run a mile. So, your best bet is to go out to a track and run either a kilometer around that track, and now that would be about 2.5 times, or run a mile, which is 4 times. And run that and time yourself and see how long it takes you. Now, it may take you to do 1 kilometer, it may take you 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 6 minutes. It may take for a mile, it may take you 10 minutes, 11 minutes, 12 minutes, even 13. Um, but what you're doing is you're trying to find your base of speed for running a kilometer or a mile. And once you get to that, then you can figure out how long it would take you to run 5 kilometers. Most people who are between the ages of 15 and 35 can run 5 kilometers somewhere around the half hour mark. Now, give or take 10 minutes either way, 40 minutes, or say 20 minutes, or even less, or even more than 40 minutes, but somewhere around that. It's good. I like to base 30 minutes if you're under or over the 30 minutes to try to get your 5K on to the 30-minute mark. Now, if you're running in 20 minutes, you're doing pretty good. And then just base it on whatever your time is around the track. You want to get it maybe under that. You're probably doing very well. Anyway, that is the base of it. So, what you're doing is if you run a kilometer, say, in 7 minutes, then obviously you're going to run a 5K in 35 minutes. So, what you want to do is try to get that under 35. Now, the next step I'm going to tell you is how you go through that process of getting it under 35 minutes. Now, what I like to do is work at 3 weeks at a time. So, what you're doing is for the 3 weeks, you're going to be working on some interval training and a little bit of speed work with that, some training with some tempo runs, and just getting some long runs in your week as well. And that usually comes at the end of your week for workout. And once you combine all those three kind of workouts, what you're doing is you're working on your speed. You're getting your pace down. And I like to try to get in a 3 week time, try to get pace down about 30 seconds down. So if you were running a 5K in, say, 35 minutes, then in 3 weeks you want to run it in, say, 34 minutes and 30 seconds. And so, say if you were doing a 5K and you signed up for it in 2 months, then you can expect probably to shave off about a minute of your time, which is, amazing. When you try to surpass that, if you try to take a minute off in a 3 week time, it's really hard on your body, especially if you are over the age of 40. Um, you will have a really hard time, and you can increase your chance of injury much, much more. So I like to work on that 3 weeks, and I only like to work it in the working on 30 seconds at a time. The third thing I want to tell you is um, if you are interested in booking a race, a 5K race, it is really good to look ahead. If you were, say, right now we're in the month of September, almost the end. Now, if I were to book a race and I wanted to get my pace down, I would say, okay, 2 months, perfect. But if I wanted to get more, I would maybe book it a little bit further. Now, we're getting into winter, so you have to remember there are a lot of obstacles that are going to come into a race, like snow and wind and cold, which will affect that. So most people, if they were to go into a 5K race, would either plan it in the spring when the weather is nicer, or plan it when it's in the summer. plan it in the fall, because the spring and the fall is the most comfortable time to run. So I just wanted to let you know those three important things if you want to get faster and go on a 5K race. Thanks.